We are live. So we'll wait for everyone to start hopping in. Already got a few early birds that hit the worm. Everyone drop an initial live stream comment, you know. Oh shit. Bill Nye 3. Bill Nye the science guy.
Bill Nye's in the chat.
We will talk about Noah after the game. We're gonna kind of keep this brief, and then actually honestly, I think the main bulk of our stream is gonna be about Noah. So
Noah,
our new king, Noah, Ohio.
no,
Kind of wait for everyone to start
no,
slowly piling.
Wisconsin.
See, Pat Grind gets it. Like the video, like the stream. I think
Noah,
that
Texas.
already did, dude. Andrew, dude, that profile picture is crazy. Look at him. He's going God. He's going.
Looks like our thumbnails.
Yeah, I know. It does kind of look like our thumbnails. All right, let's get started talking about the game. I didn't watch it, so I'm just kind of here to be a mod, I guess, per se. I'm a mod.
For the vibes.
I am. You guys also in the live, let us know, and then we'll add it in as Brody speaks. Brody was is the one who watched it, and yeah.
Are we waiting for more people to roll in, or should I just start yapping?
No, you can just get started. You can start yapping, and as well, chat. You guys can yap with Brody, so I'll throw him up. As I said, I'm the mod, so I'm just here to navigate, to facilitate.
All right, well, boys and girls, as you guys have seen, Sounders draw away and in Atlanta 2-2. First half, I mean, to be honest, I really don't want to waste any second of my life talking about the first half. I guess I'll just point out the midfield looked tired. Like Obed and Christian, for the most part, didn't look like themselves today. I mean, obviously they're just such quality players that they did a lot of good, but there's a lot of like rust, a lot of tired play, sloppy play, and it's just begging for some sort of rotation, man. But I mean, yeah, first half was nothing. Second half, against the run of play, Pedro de la Vega pops up with a big goal to equalize the game. We'll talk about this. I actually do want to talk about
Reed.
this. Yeah.
We'll leave it up just so it reminds you. Yeah, I was hearing Reed was bad today. That's what I was hearing. It's unfortunate after your recent video, too.
Yeah, I mean, Reed had like a couple nice moments, but overall, not very good. I mean, on the first goal, like kind of gets beat by Almiron, and I know like it's a weird fucking own goal. Like I don't know if you saw the first goal, but it was some hickory dickory bullshit.
Dickory.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
But not so great from Reed, and it like makes it a lot easier for Nuhu to get
back in. But I'm not surprised. That's the problem is we just don't have any. That's the biggest issue with the whole like dropping. Oh, Barry's here. Nuhu wasn't bad, but F Nuhu. That's crazy.
Yeah, Nuhu was good, and he got the assist, of course. But that's probably one of the best crosses he hit, by the way.
I was gonna say, Barry, we saw your DM, and we got back to you. If you want to reply to it, we replied to it. We are sorry we didn't see that too. By the way, the Twitter DMs are kind of bad. Instagram's probably the best way to get in touch with us. But big shout out to Barry for the donation. Dude, Pat Grind. You can't like Nuhu. Okay, continue talking about the second half, and then we'll talk about Nuhu. Let's keep going.
Yeah, so we equalize, and then kind of a whole lot of hoopla again until the very end. The boy, Osase de Rosario agenda. He comes onto the field. Nuhu whips the ball in. Fantastic cross. Probably the best cross of his entire career, to be honest with you. Right on Osase's noggin.
Yeah, he didn't have to do anything. Yeah.
Literally just right on his noggin. And things looked amazing. Looked like we were going to
like a snatch and grab.
3 points in a game that we honestly looked worse than a team that's like 12th in the East, you know? But we looked like we were going to come away with it, and then all of a sudden, I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Moranchuk?
Yeah. Moranchuk, yeah.
Dude just decides, let me just hit a fucking 30-yard screamer after being a complete disappointment for Atlanta United. And then it's like, yeah, cool. Awesome, dude. And then the game ends 2-2. So, yeah, that's pretty much what happened, honestly.
Yeah, so I think a few talking points is I think a good first one We talked about Reed a little bit. Do we want? I guess let's talk about the Reed Nuhu thing. So we had our recent video kind of pop off talking about Nuhu, and for the most part, I think pretty much everyone agreed with it. But now, Nuhu, like, does he just get back into the team again? Even though you said you don't want to see that. And
Yeah, I
don't get me
wasn't
wrong,
really.
Brody. I'm gonna say this. I stand by Brody's video. I obviously wasn't a part of it, but I'm just saying I stand by what he said. I agree with you.
I still honestly like. Maybe this is some bias, but I still think honestly next game I would roll Reed back out there
Okay.
and
I
bring
think
just
it's
just
fair.
bring him on earlier. I
But
think.
but it's fair
Uh,
though, because like the same thing could be said for Nuhu. Like Nuhu's had bad games, not to a degree of getting sent off, but
yeah, because you don't want him to think that he can just do all that shit and then have a good like a solid 10-minute performance and then the job's yours.
yeah.
So that's kind of where I would go with that. But
Let's talk then a little bit. So this is kind of like I guess kind of a personal thing. With Reed's performance, they knew who will be in the starting lineup for Leagues Cup. Yeah, I think it's Taco Kids. But like, I think reality is, I think that will be the case too.
yeah, I mean, I'm cool with starting him in the Leagues Cup. I mean, I don't really give a shit about the Leagues Cup. I don't know about you
And we'll
guys.
talk
But
about that. We're
yeah,
gonna do a video actually talking about that. New should not get straight back into the team, but like Reed Baker Whiting, kind of have a defensive disaster class. Other
yeah.
things I would want to talk about is Pedro again scores. Is he
hmm
on the come up?
Um, I mean, he's starting to look the part, right? I mean, we've
Yeah.
said this whole time we know the talent was there. He's always had flashes. He's always had a
Except for
lot
J
of.
Ross. Except for J Ross. Except for J Ross.
But he's always had a lot of flashes
You guys
and
should have
at the
seen
big
our group chat, bro. I literally set my phone down and
dude.
I was 100 missed messages because J Ross and Brody are just fucking arguing. Colin probably was on some hike and he saw that shit.
Yeah.
And yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, me and J Ross had like a hour-long argument about just
Jesus
Rothrock
Christ.
versus Nuhu.
Barry, Pedro is him with a $20
Yeah.
donation. Holy shit.
Um,
Shout out to Barry.
should I kind of like debrief this since we're on the topic
Yeah,
of
I guess we
Pedro?
could talk about. Well,
I'm not
let's
gonna.
give everyone the tea. Let's give everyone the
Yeah.
tea.
So
Here
basically,
you go. Here's everything. I'm just kidding. I'd be scrolling for fucking ages.
So here's basically the tea, right? So basically, I was on the opinion of I think after a performance like that, I
Against San
know
Jose.
yes against San Jose, I thought Pedro de la Vega should roll into the next game as the starter, and J. Ross was kind of hesitant about that because of what Rothrock's looked like. But in my opinion, there's a few reasons why. First of all, that level of quality no player has shown on this team all year. Like that level of
It was
goal,
a
that level of
DP performance. A DP performance. That's it.
that
Yeah.
yeah, that quality of goal, that quality of assists, that has not been shown by any player this season. All right. I know Rothrock's had his nice like little Kalani does all the work and he's just kind of there, cool tapping. Like I know he's got that stuff, and technically it goes down as a goal and an assist, but that kind of quality with your backs against the wall, like you're about to lose the fucking game,
Or
going
draw. Yeah.
completely against the run of play to pull that one out, like yeah. I mean, I thought he should have rolled into the next game as the starter, and J. Ross was kind of like, cool, but if he doesn't score twice or get a goal and an assist, then he should be benched.
Have that performance again, like to that exact
I'm not
degree.
taking it. I'm not like this is literally what he said. If Pedro starts against Atlanta and doesn't have a goal and an assist or 2 goals or something like this, then he should be taken out of the lineup again. And I was like, okay, that seems a little
Harsh.
fair, considering we've had Rothrock. I mean, until post Club World Cup, Rothrock had stretches of starting where he did fucking nothing, and he kept getting into the lineup easily.
I think
So
my
I just
problem is when J Ross is because you were like, what can Rothrock do that Della Vega can't? And then J Ross is like, stay healthy. And then like he ran with that point. My only problem with that is just because you both specifically like my biggest argument is like for example, like let's talk about Jordan Morris. Like he keeps getting hurt, and I'm just like, okay, if Musovski keeps scoring like this, Jordan Morris shouldn't come back in the lineup. because he can't stay healthy. And my problem is J. Ross always disagrees with me. He's like, no, Musovski's wank. Like Morris is 1,000 times better. But then, then he has this flip side argument for Pedro and
I've kind of
Rothrock.
been the same. I mean, at first I was like, okay, Musovski, at that point, it's like 5 goals in 5 games, like that's crazy. But I was on the side of like, hey, roll out Musovski, but if he's starting to look ass and Morris is coming back, like eventually Morris should take the job back. But with Pedro, not only this, right, but just the fact that he's, like I said, my main point was like, what does Rothrock do that Pedro can't do? Right? I mean, what's Rothrock known for? His defensive work rate, right? Pedro has that. He has that, honestly. I mean, even if it's not to the exact level, he still has it a lot. And then you just add on top of that Pedro's quality. I mean, the goal
His
against San Jose,
game-changing
Rothrock's not
quality.
scoring that.
Yeah, his
Rothrock
game-changing quality.
literally does not have the physical ability to make that run without being caught, and he's never had a finish like that. And even today, like watching Pedro break away
Being
from the
so
defense
direct
score,
and just being
yeah.
confident,
I
striking
mean,
it.
it's just even like the combination of technical ability and pace. Like I don't know if Rothrock even gets there.
It reminded
on
me of
that same
me.
exact play.
It
I don't know.
reminded of me last night at indoor. That's exactly what I was doing. I was running the show. My team couldn't
So I
hold up
mean,
though.
basically, my whole point was like I just thought not only because of the upside, but because even Pedro's floor is like he can do the stuff that Rothrock does, but also the fact that you paid $7.5 million for him, and you kind of want to see what the fuck you got there. You already know what Rothrock's gonna be. Like he'll be average. He's capable of a big play here and there, but you know what he's gonna be. He's a solid role player, right?
Okay,
But
let's read.
Pedro has the potential to be a very great player. And in order to actually unlock that potential, he needs a consistent run of games. And I don't really care if Rothrock is playing a slight bit better because he works a bit harder, or defensively maybe it's a bit better.
Bro, don't even
I
get
would
to do
rather see.
whenever you say works a bit harder, I just think about when you're crashing out at me about that when Marisa do said it in the commentary.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I don't hate Paul Rothrock. I know it comes across like I fucking do, right? But I'm just saying, like, when you have players with this kind of ability, especially the investment that you made on Pedro, you need to see what you got.
Yeah.
You need to see what you actually have. And even like middle case, best case scenario, you keep playing him, he plays pretty well. Maybe you can recoup the money that you got back on him if you want to try again.
So let's move on to what some of the other people were saying. Sounders play better when they're losing than when we are winning, which is why I'm fine conceding first. Is J. Ross related to Rothrock in any way? Maybe. But the thing is, J. Ross is just like this. Like he low key, dude. J. Ross might be related to Schmetz because he's kind of like Schmetz. Like he hardcore is like on like the Seattle boys. Like he loves Reagan, loves Rothrock, and like loves Morris.
I mean, like here's the thing: the Morris thing, I get.
I
The
don't. I'm
Rothrock thing,
sorry.
I
I
really
just feel like
don't get.
as often, like this is the thing is like I really feel like Musovski will tie Morris's single season best record last year. I'm so confident in it.
Like, dude, when's Rothrock dribbled 50 yards, beat a guy, hit the ball, just perfectly zips it
Oh,
into
bro,
the bottom corner
we're still
off the
talking about
dribble?
Pedro.
Like, my point is like I'm not going to bat for a player like Rothrock who's not going to like significantly elevate the team. Like, can Rothrock be a part of? Can Rothrock sit there while Kalani takes the ball past 2 guys and then plays it across? Can he tap it in? Sure, he can, but so can like almost any other competent player, right? But what is he doing that actually completely elevates this team and gives you those moments where you go from a disappointing draw to 3 points in that kind of fashion? He can do it, right? So that's why I'm just it kind of confuses me how people will sit there and I don't know, vouch for him to just be the starter no matter what.
Okay, we're gonna move on from the Rothrock rant. I'm sorry, Brody, but we need to move on. Let's talk about Ferreira. Vamos Sounders has put Sean on the right side instead of Ferreira. A few people were talking about Ferreira ghosted. Sebastian was even texting me about Ferreira. I don't know, man. Like a lot of people are not cool with Ferreira playing right mid. To be fair, I'm not really cool with it either.
Yeah, I mean, this is
And then
probably
there's
Ferreira's.
Georgie, and a lot of people are texting about what did Georgie do to Schmetzer. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
how poor Georgie doesn't get any minutes.
Yeah, I mean, post Club World Cup, Ferreira's been pretty good in my opinion, and today it was absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yeah, it was ugly. And I was honestly expecting an earlier sub from Kent or Georgie, but it just
Dude,
didn't
I don't
come.
even know. I feel bad for Kent and Georgie because they're so fun and creative when they can be, but they're just like,
So I don't even know if I feel bad for Kent because like, dude, you clearly have the ability. Why are you not being more aggressive? We have this conversation fucking every week, but you have the ability. Why are you playing so passive? You know, it's hard for me to feel bad as much as I rate Ryan Kent's talent. Like, I don't know, man. But technically, he got the assist to the assist today. So, are we
oh,
back?
the hockey assist.
Yeah, maybe we're back.
I don't like to use that as it doesn't mean shit. Let's be real. I don't know. I mean, I feel bad for Georgie. I feel bad for Kent. Like, I mean,
I
I
do
was
feel bad
never
for
the
Georgie.
biggest. I was never the biggest Ferreira fan. And I was getting on a torch about it. Everyone's like, dude, this guy's fucking stupid. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. And here we are. It's just the problem is it's just like it's not even like Ferreira's playing striker and stinking up the bed. Why the fuck is he playing right mid? Like we have actual wingers.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The last 4 or 5 games, I thought he was really good until today. Today was a really bad performance.
I
Like,
guess I agree. I guess it should be Schmetz should learn how to like switch it up depending on the opponent, if you get what I mean.
yeah, I just what I like about Ferreira, why I kind of like him out there is because, um, first of
This
all,
is funny.
I'd
Wait,
rather him out there
wait, read this
defensively
comment. Read
than.
this comment.
Uh, I mean, your grandma can shoot better than Ferreira too, right? So, I mean,
Dude, fuck.
yeah,
You're
but
not wrong.
I just like how quick Ferreira plays, and his vision is really good. Like he doesn't like to settle for the,
I
back
think
passes and stuff. He likes
this
to
is the thing
split
I'll
the defense.
say to add on to that. I think why Ferrer's playing right mid is because he is such a good connector for the team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's it. And it's like created a lot of opportunities the last 4 or 5 games. Like some of it you don't really notice because um I guess it doesn't result in an actual goal, but like there's a lot of times where he's made a very key pass before the assist, or a very key pass
the hockey
before the
assist.
pass to make the assist. Something where like he gets it on the right side, spots out like Rusnak in space in the middle, pings it over as quickly as possible. Rusnak switches it, and then you got a chance. Stuff like that. So obviously, it's not what your number 9, your literal number 9 jersey wearer. It's not what you want, but he is on our team. It is what it is. I think he's in the best spot like that he could be in this team. I don't think he's a 9. I don't think he could play the 10 when you have Rusnak because what the fuck else is Rusnak going to do? So I think this is about as good as you'll get, and you'll have the stinker like he did today. But I think the last 3, 4 or so games post Club World Cup, I thought he's been fine. But
I was gonna talk about some people when I was live on Instagram before we hopped on here. We're talking about how like Sounders can't hold a lead. I feel like every single game we're scoring goals, but it's just like they're all so close. Like Sporting Kansas City, we're up 3-0, literally almost folded to 3-3. Colorado, we literally did that.
yeah,
San
I
Jose,
mean,
we almost did that. We did even after Pedro scored, we still almost conceded. Today, granted, this one was the unluckiest of not unlucky, but the one that I will not give as much crap for about it because it was a moment of brilliance. But it's becoming a bad theme,
yeah,
which I don't like.
that's what I was gonna say. Like over the last few weeks, it's been like sloppy defending, just undisciplined play from like getting all those penalty kicks, for example. But today it just felt like, are we just fucking cursed? I mean, golly, like even towards the end, like we were defending pretty well, and then all of a sudden the guy just picks the ball up from 30 yards out and fucking rifles it in the top corner. It's like, well, shit, dude. I mean, like I mean, it's not much you can do about that. I know Danny Levitt was closest to him, but I mean, if that guy hits that shot 9 more times, does he score any of them? I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just like one of those things where all you can do is sit back and just be like, fair play.
Is there any other final talking points you guys want to talk about or Brody for this game, or should we move on to Mr. Ohio? Talk
Yeah, I
about
think
my.
we could transition. Actually, I want to do a quick
Oh
transition into
shit, Barry
Ohio.
again? What the Barry? Gotta gotta roll out. Pedro is him. F new. Hope you all go live again soon. Shout out to Barry. Barry, also read our DM so
Yeah.
we can hash out what you were wanting to do with us. And big shout out for the donation. This guy's fucking God's given gift.
Bear's a monster.
Barry is a
Bear's a goat.
monster.
But yeah, just one more talking point. It's going to segue into No Ohio, but
Yeah, I like that.
I know Danny Musovski's got 8 goals, right? Bit of a Cinderella story, guy who was completely terrible. Honestly, was on the verge of not even making the team. Comes in and has 8 goals, but main character Moose is really starting to piss me off a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Like his attitude when he like tries to randomly take on people with stepovers. He went for a bicycle kick today, Sean.
Nice.
He went for a bike today. I don't know if you saw that. The ball
Wow.
went up in the air. It wasn't even close. I'm like, he thinks he's the main character, and it's like, all in all, it's like if he's not like in the box, getting on the end of something, he's kind of useless a bit, you know. So that's why we could segue into Noah, Ohio, because obviously we need some additions made to that position with the injury of Jordan Morris, especially.
Okay. So let's talk about No Ohio. The big news coming out is the Sounders and Utrecht apparently have agreed a fee. So now what does that mean? Utrecht and the Sounders reportedly have agreed a fee around 2.5 to 3.5 million. There were some, I guess, misinformed reports saying that Utrecht were trying to price the Sounders out. I guess that was not remotely true at all. It looks like they've agreed a fee, the two clubs. Now it all comes down to No Ohio agreeing on the contract that the Sounders give him. So this deal could happen and be finalized in the next week. Is it done? No. But is it almost done? Yes. And it looks like it can happen. We got over the main hump of it. What do we think of the price tag? We've already kind of talked about Ohio. I don't think we really have much complaints, but price tag wise, what do you think? And if you've had any more thoughts since the last time we spoke about this.
Yeah, I mean, with No Ohio, it just sounds like he's literally he needs to agree to the move. Sounds like we got the fee all wrapped up. They said it's like what, between 2.5, 3.5, something like
Yeah.
that.
Let's just
I
say
mean,
3.
yeah, let's just say 3. I mean, he came to Utrecht, I think, for like 1.5 mil or something like that.
Yeah.
Had a decent like season given like how much he actually played. I think it was like 9 or 10 full games worth when you add up all of his minutes, and he had 5 goals, 1 assist in the Eredivisie. So like for a sub playing such little time, it's pretty decent production. So I can see why that plus his age, we'd have to pay around this amount. I think it's. I mean, I think it's fine. I don't really have much more to say other than it's fine. I mean, like you'll see, we'll have a video coming out probably next week about some targets, some transfer targets for this upcoming window. I personally had a bit more hope for the kind of a price tag we could spend on a player, but regardless, it is a U22 guy. It is a guy with hypothetically a lot of potential. So I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
Bro, you're absolutely underselling the shit out of this. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty pumped about it. This is literally what I've been asking for. U22 striker, something different, add some pace, add some competition. I like it. I'm excited about it because this is the one thing I'll say is I'll never complain if we go out and try than versus not trying at all. And I think No Ohio kind of fits the build of what Schmetzer wants. He's kind of like Morris where he's fast. He has that end product. He has an experience in Europe. So for me, I'm pretty pumped about it. I like this. I hope we get this over the line. I think what may have pushed this to like convince the Sounders, hey, we need to make this happen. Obviously, Morris is injured again for a few months. He has had shoulder surgery, I believe, so he's going to be out for a couple of months. I mean, Vamos Sounders is literally saying we need Noah Ohio. I don't know if I can handle seeing Musovski and Ferrer be our strikers for the next 2 months.
And Osase.
And Osase, yeah.
Respect. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I mean, I like it, right? It's just like, to me, I wish we could have gone out and tried to be, maybe
what
a
would you
player
wanted? Explain that to us.
Just like I would have liked to do with a bit more proven production. I mean, obviously he did have a few goals, but like for example, one of the players that I wanted us to target was like one of the top scorers in his league in Europe, and that's the kind of stuff that I want to see, just specifically for our situation where our like established striker is out. I kind of would like a guy, obviously a U22, those guys are still pretty raw, but I'd like to at least sign a guy who's had proven production somewhere. Even if you have to kind of double the price tag that you're paying for Noah Ohio. But I still like the move. I think there's upside there for sure. And like Vamos Sounders said, I mean, rolling out with Musovski for the rest of the year would be pretty shitty. So I am in favor of this move. I'll say that.
Because you also have to think, knock on wood for Morris, he could get even hurt again. Who would have thought he would have had 3 injuries? I mean, we did talk about it when Morris was announced as a DP that there are chances he's going to be hurt for periods of time throughout the season. He kind of has the track record for it. Did I think this was going to happen to him? No, but at this point, you got to play it safe. You got to make something happen because say you get into a playoff push, you're probably not going to have I mean Morris.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, can I say like the one concern I guess I have is like,
sure.
I know we want to target guys from outside of the league. I mean, obviously I want to too. Shout out, it's Taco Kid, Big Tolu. Wish we got him, but I'm just worried. I don't want it to be in the similar kind of vein as like a Leo Chu, like a guy sure with talent, with some sort of talent at least, but not much proven production. And then he comes in and he can't really find his footing. That's the only concern I kind of have. That's kind of why I'm like, I like it. I'm excited, of course. Like, I hope he does well. I hope I can get a jersey with fucking Ohio on the back of it. Never thought I'd see that happen, but it might. So I'm excited about it, but that's my only concern is like, I wish maybe a bit more production, but it's a move that we need to make, right? U22 striker, we've all been saying it. So,
yeah, I guess I mean I agree with you actually on that point. I guess just because maybe I'm blinded by the fact I've wanted this for so long, I just don't give a shit. But it's not like your point's at all invalid because you're right. Because you think about Liao Chu, I think Liao Chu's a little bit more on the extreme side. A little bit, not too much, but is a little bit more on the extreme side.
There is a difference. There is a difference there because obviously he produced in Netherlands top league. I mean, I say produced. He only had like 5 goals, but showed that even in limited minutes he can make an impact. Whereas Chu kind of really didn't produce much in Brazil's top league, if at all. So it is.
I don't even think he. I don't think he hardly even played in the first division.
I don't think so. If I remember correctly, I don't think so either. But and then I will say, this also, I remember when we did our original video on it, he did have an injury, but he did come back recently, scored a goal in the U21 Euros, looked really pacey. So that was like kind of like a bit of a, okay, he's not cooked. But, Sounders and signing young players with injury history, not young players, just players in general. With injury history, it could turn out bad, but I guess my point is I kind of want to just make sure we temper expectations. I don't want us to be like, this guy's going to fucking save the team and then be disappointed if, he takes a bit to get going. Like, he's still a young player after all,
Yeah, it's kind of like the same thing with Pedro. When we signed him, there's a lot of expectation that he has to hit the ground running. He has to do this because we hadn't made a big signing in so long.
Dude, has there been just real quick, has there been a player in our club's history, aside from maybe Dempsey, with more pressure on their shoulders? Like you're replacing the greatest sounder of all time, taking his number. Even you're the first big signing in who knows how long, right? Couple years. Like going from
I I
he's
think
never
to a
left
deg-
Argentina in his life, going to be the star man of a team in America after the goat of that club just left. It's a lot of pressure, dude, for a kid.
before I answer your question, everyone give me a rating if the Sounders sign no Ohio around this fee in the live right now and in the comments, because this will be clipped out as a video. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below and in the stream right now. What would you rate this from like an A to F scale? No, I think maybe Pedro did. I think to a degree there was some pressure for Rui Diaz to hit the ground running because we needed goals at that time he signed. We were still making a playoff push. So I do think maybe that he probably has had the most pressure from any Sounder. So I could agree with you
Yeah.
in that to that extent.
To me, it's if not him, then it's Dempsey. But outside of Dempsey, like
Not Freddie Umberg.
I bet he's like Lundberg's kind of was like an
I'm just
Arsenal
joking.
invincible.
I'm
Oh,
just
okay,
joking. I'm just
yeah,
joking. Not Leo Gonzalez. Not
okay.
Showery Joseph.
This is kind of crazy. 5.5 out of 10. I would like to hear your reasoning, because that's failing, brother. That's an F.
That's a little above an F. It's a little above an. It's an F plus right there.
That's 5.5 out of 10. That's 55%, brother.
Yeah, that's not
That's
good.
an F.
Vamos Sanders is B plus. Even if he doesn't work out, we still have Moose. But if he does hit, then we will be cooking. Ed Bear had a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
Oh, we got a donation from Poppy Lover. F. Brian making me drive 4 hours for a draw. I saw you were at the game. I have as well been to a Sounders Atlanta game in Atlanta and saw us concede a goal in the 90th minute, which was a banger by Gutman.
Yeah.
And we lost. So
He's
I
not
totally get the pain.
Atlanta. Just damn.
Any closing thoughts before we end the stream, guys? Everyone in the live right now. Brody, anything else we want to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we just give our ratings on the signing, right?
Okay, sure. Yeah. What would we rate if we sign no Ohio? What rating would we give it?
Yeah, all things considered that we talked about, I would give it a B minus. The upsides being
B
obviously,
minus?
yeah, yeah. Upside being like obviously U22 player, like he's got young, he's a lot of potential. It's a position of great need. But like I said, wish we kind of had a bit more proven production. I still think we could have, you know, spent more dinero on a player of, maybe better quality. I'm a bit kind of worried about the lack of just experience and production, so that's why it's not like a fucking A for me. It's like I think for me B minus. I think that's like tempering our expectations. Like he's a $3 million player at the end of the day, right? He's not like
Funnily
10
enough, I think
mil.
that
This is
puts
our
him
next
close to our.
face of our team.
I think that puts him like in the top 5 biggest signings Sounders history. Funnily enough, I think it maybe puts him like 6th, 7th. I think actually, funnily enough.
Yeah, yeah, but I would say B minus.
Well, guess what, Brody? Fuck you. I disagree.
Yeah,
Highly. I give this like a B plus, A minus. That's where I'm at
yeah.
with this. I mean, hey, I'm not gonna. I mean, everyone watching the channel for so long. I just have been dying for legit competition at the striker spot. Yeah, I do have those small worries, but I think this is a B plus, A minus type signing. What we've needed. Do I think we still need more? 100%. Yes, we do. But I'm not underselling it. I'm happy about it. I've been a day one no Ohio fan since day fucking one, bro. Do you
When
see
you
all
say
my
we,
fucking Air Divisi jerseys? Look, we got some from so many teams. They all
what,
got Ohio on the back.
so when you say we need more, do you mean like we need more also in the striker position, or just in
Yes.
general?
And in
So
general,
that's my
both.
worry. That's my thing. Like this, I feel like this is going to be the signing, and then we'll just have a room of Morris, Ohio, Musovsky.
Yeah, I know.
That's
It's still
why I
an L.
kind of
It's
wanted
still
this
an L
signing.
crop of. Yeah, I know.
That's why it kind of lowers it a bit for me. That's why I kind of want us to be like, let's hammer like a big signing, have him be the striker of the future type of thing. Whereas Noah Ohio feels like, okay, 3 million, it's money, but it's not like Pedro de la Vega kind of cash, you know?
Okay, let's read the chat. So, okay, Pat Grind saying 7. Poppy Lover saying B+. Vamos Sounder saying 6 or 7. Wow, dude, what happened, guys? Who hurt you all? Brody
Bro,
looking cute today.
didn't get the
B-.
joke.
That's JJ. We signed Freya for that reason. What a waste. Yeah, she's got a point. Brody looking cute again. Another compliment. 6, 7. Brody breaking hearts today. He's just a heartbreaker. If Ohio signs, Brody must oil up.
No, man. No. You guys had your chance, bro. You guys had your chance.
DPL saying 8.5. Are we selling Obed this window? Okay, let's spill some tea about fucking Obed. Apparently, Sounders want around 12 mil for him. There are offers on the table from the championship. It doesn't look like any of those offers are around what the Sounders want. Thus, there has been no personal terms. This is just stuff I've heard, okay? And since there's been all this spread of misinformation, fuck it. It can't be any worse than what I'm saying. So, apparently, Sounders want around 12 mil. And there has been no club that's been willing to offer that much for him. And there are offers on the table from Europe for Obed.
Yeah. And apparently Atlanta are interested in Pedro de la Vega.
Yeah, he instantly got debunked in less than 1 day.
I'm tired of this misinformation, man. Gosh.
And then apparently we got priced out for Ohio. He was worth.
Apparently they asked for fucking $100 million for him. This is true. This is legit, guys.
This is legit. True story. Yeah, but Bill Nye saying we should buy Josh Sargent. I don't know,
bro. I mean, didn't Norwich reject like a 20 million bid?
Yeah, from some team in the Bundesliga
or something.
Yeah. If Ajima went for 8, then Obed is definitely worth 12.
That was my when Sean first told me about that. I'm like, I get the Sounders holding out a bit for 12 because like if he's going for 8, it was effectively 10 mil, like 8 plus add-ons, right?
No, I don't disagree with you guys. I'm just worried the more and more we hold out for Obed, the more upset he's gonna get. That's the only thing I'm just gonna say. Like, you want to also keep Obed happy because I think because the thing is, there's more okay. This is not Sounders related. This is like Obed related. But look at Mora right now. He's become now the crown jewel in Mexico's midfield, and he's younger than Obed. If he wants to break into that 2026 Mexico World Cup squad, he's got to make the jump.
Go to Liga MX.
No. I did not say that. Like, he's got to one-up him. So,
yeah. I mean, I get it, but at the end of the day, like, the priority is going to be for us to get as much money as we want.
Of course. But again, we could always add sell-on clauses to it. That's the other thing.
Yeah. Well, that's what I think we're wanting 12 mil plus a fat sell-on.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's
yeah. Like, I think like I bet you they're offering 8 to 10 mil plus a fat sell-on, and we're like, no, we want more.
We want 2 more mil. Give us that 2 mil, you son of a bitch. We didn't get that because of Nuhu, because he fucking shoved that one Botafogo player. We need that money back. But yeah, I guess that's where we'll end the stream, guys. If you haven't already, make sure to smash the like button on the live. If you're watching this as a video, make sure to smash the like button. We appreciate you guys, everybody, for tuning in. It was a lot of fun. Always love talking to you guys. I know someone commented, I'll pull this up right now. Someone commented about Leagues Cup. Me and Brody are actually going to record that video right now for you all. So that's going to be out this week. That's probably going to be our only Leagues Cup video. If we win MLS Cup, Cheyenne goes bald. We'll revisit that later. But yeah, we're going to do a Leagues Cup video just previewing our group, kind of giving our thoughts on it, and then maybe one after our tournament ends. But that's kind of our only plan for Leagues Cup as of now. But yeah, boys and girls, we hope you'll have a lovely day.